Hey guys, in this video we're going to be checking out the Eachine Aurora 90. It's a pretty unique looking micro quad designed to run on brushless motors and 2S. It's got some Eachine branded 1104 7500 kV motors there, and 2-inch 4-bladed propellers. I think these are 2035 props, and they're using the T-style propeller here. These very nice carbon fiber prop protectors, and also these carbon fiber protectors for the circular polarized antenna. You got a very interesting looking stack in the inside here. It's kind of hard to see, kind of buried behind all this protection of the propellers. But let me point out some of the interesting features in this one. So this version that I have has a fly sky receiver, and that's what this is on top. And you got a detachable antenna right here. That's just going out the back side over here, and the stack here has 3 boards that are 20 by 20 millimeters, and the top one is going to be the receiver. This is the bind button here, and what's cool about this receiver is it's compatible with the second generation FlySky protocol, the 2A protocol. So I was able to bind this to my Trinity Evolution. But the downside to this receiver is that it appears to be PPM only, or at least it's configured as PPM according to the manual. So I'll have to dig around to see if I can't enable that on iBus. That would be my preference. But at least we can fly it on the Trinity Evolution, which I'm kind of happy about that one. So I have to add an additional receiver. Below the receiver board is this flight controller board. You can see there's the USB port, which is completely inaccessible in its current location. You have to remove one of these carbon fiber prop protectors by loosening up these screws and taking it off to get to that USB port. So I am probably not going to do that for the initial flight. I know that there's beta flight, I think it's 3.0.1 already flashed on here, and it has channel 1 and 2 for arming and for modes, so probably it should be okay to just fly it. I did arm it and hover test it, and it was flyable, so I know that I can fly it, so I'm just going to give it a go. So I have to take it apart for the initial flight, and then probably later I'll do some more tuning, and I'll have to take this apart to actually get to that port to be able to make changes. It's kind of unfortunate that you have to get in there that way to make configuration changes, but I guess it's a drawback to this design for the prop protection. The board that is below the flight controller, that is on the bottom here, are the 4-in-1 10 amp ESCs, and apparently these are D-Shot 600 enabled, and already have that configured in there, so it's already set up for D-Shot, which is kind of nice. So the all-in-one Fpv camera here is, you can see here, it's labeled HC48D version 1.0. This is kind of similar to the VM275 that a lot of other micro cameras are based off of. You can see there's a front board with the camera and a button that's for flipping the image and changing PAL and NTSC modes. And the back button is also for the same function, changing your channels and bands. And you can see back here, you got your same set of LED lights for your bands and channels. The difference here with this model, which I haven't seen yet, is that it comes, instead of just having video and power, it has one additional thing. I guess it's another port here. So there's video in and video out. So there's 4 wires here, and the reason you have video in and video out is because on the video transmitter, which is, on the flight controller on this side, you can see that this is where all the 4 wires are going in. There's this particular flight controller has a built-in OSD, and it's actually using the Betaflight OSD, so you can actually configure the OSD and Betaflight configurator once you plug into it via the USB port. So It's kind of nice that they've got these new boards that have the OSDs built in on the 20x20 size boards. So I'm kind of hoping that those will come out as spare parts because I can use them for other builds. That's what would be kind of nice. And also the same for this this camera here. I'd like to see some more of these because then you can actually get your OSD on these micro cameras, which is not the easiest thing to do previously. So one more thing on the back here is I get a 4-bar LED, and it's already configured for making changes to your lighting based on the direction of your sticks and which way you're going. Here's the bottom. Got a JST connection for your battery, and you got this really kind of janky Velcro here for your battery strap. Probably going to replace this eventually, use something different. And also going to put some sort of sticky pad or something down here to hold the battery because these screws are kind of getting in the way. They provide some Velcro, but I just don't want to use that. So this is the battery that's provided. It's a 2-cell 450 with an 80C discharge, and it's pretty small. I'm going to compare this to some of my other batteries that are nowhere near this discharge. I think my highest ones are 40C, so let's see how those perform on these. I think the Lays 1104 7500 kV motors are probably drawing a lot of amps. And so let's see what the flight time is like on these. Okay, let's see how much this thing weighs. Just the quad by itself comes in about 67 grams. And then we check out the battery here. It's about 31.8 grams. So put them together, it's going to be a little over 100 grams. So we get that to stay on. There we go, 106 grams. So just one more thing that I didn't mention earlier is that in order to bind this, which was very easy, all I have to do is hold the bind button down while plugging in your battery, and we'll put the receiver into bind mode, and then you just have to put your radio into receiver bind mode, and then it will automatically bind. And the other thing I forgot to mention is that there is a buzzer here in the back. So yeah, it will give you a battery alarm and also a lost beeper alarm function if you want to use that. So take a quick look at the user's guide. It's actually pretty good. It's well labeled, got lots of information in here. As I mentioned, my version is the Fly Sky version. It has instructions for the Free Sky version and also the DSM-2 version as well. So it goes over all how the modes are set up and the switches. Let me just go over to the Fly Sky section. So this page just shows you how to do the binding, which I mentioned earlier. And then, like I said, it does two-way mode. And here are the settings in the Betaflight configurator. And this is how the channels are set up here. So you got aux 1 and aux 2 for arming, air mode, and aux 2 on angle mode as well. And I think that aux 2 should be a 3-position switch, so you can go from the first position, which is no air mode and no angle mode. Second would be angle mode, and the third position would be air mode and probably acro. So that's how you would set up your channels. You could obviously connect to your USB port and make all these changes if you want to. This is just the way I'm going to fly it out of the box for the first flight. Okay, so enough talking about this, and let's go ahead and give it a fly. Okay, just a couple of quick conclusions from the flight. The battery that comes with it, the ADC 7.4, 480 or 450 battery, this is better than the 40C battery that I normally fly these 2S brushless on, and I can feel it in the flight. The power is very lacking on the lower C battery, and I think that it affects the flight time as well. The power is there on the ADC battery. You can do flips and rolls, but these props are very flexible. You can hear them hitting these little standoffs here, I think, on the edge when you do the flips and the rolls. And I think that's probably why some people are having the problem where the props are breaking, is the prop is flexing when the motor is revving up and down, and it's hitting this little standoff here, and it's probably causing the prop to just snap off and cause crashes. I crashed it inside the house when I was hovering, and one of these little props broke just from landing on the carpet. So these are definitely not very good props. I would recommend getting some other 2-inch T-props like this. But the power is there. It can do the flips and rolls, but I didn't want to do too many of those because I didn't want to crash it and have it fall out of the sky on me. Other than that, I really like the OSD and this all-in-one video transmitter with the video in and out. I definitely like that a lot, and definitely gonna fly this more. I think I'll probably take the prop guards off, use some different props, and then I'll be able to do some more crazy aerobatics. This definitely has power. Anyway, guys, it's the end of this review, and I'll have definitely more videos on this. Let me know if you guys have any suggestions on what you want to see for future videos on the Aurora, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one.